Hello, long time no vlog. Um, yeah, I have been meaning to do a vlog for ages. Since I last uploaded, we went on holidays to Italy, had a really nice holiday around Tuscany, and I did vlog some of it, but then when I was looking back at the footage, like it's a bit bitty, so I don't know if I'll be able to kind of salvage that. Maybe I'm just not a holiday vlogger. But yeah, because I had that, then I was like, okay, I need to edit that, I need to edit that. But then every time I was trying to edit it, I would get stuck. And basically, I just ended up not uploading for ages. So I was like, do you know what? I'm just going to clear the decks, start a new vlog, and just go as we mean to go on. So yeah, there's been a few like updates like since I last kind of uploaded. I've since like finished that course I was doing part-time, which has actually just given me so much more free time. It wasn't the most intensive course, like, and it was only kind of 1 day a week, and then obviously assignments and stuff, but like it did actually just take up a good bit of time, and then it would mean you're tired and you're like, so yeah, it's just nice to have that time back and also to be finished it. As I mentioned, we went on holidays to Italy. I read loads when I was in Italy, so I want to chat later in this vlog about books. And we got some chickens. So yeah, I'm a bit sad I didn't vlog it, but there was just so much going on that I couldn't. So I will show you them later. Just bear in mind their setup isn't 100% complete. Like, it's predator proof as much as we can. Like, we really only have foxes here. So we've it's predator proof as much as it can, but we need to like get wood chip and stuff. They were on grass. Obviously the grass, we've had them about 2 weeks now. The grass is kind of gone. So we're going to get wood chips and put that down. So we're just waiting on that delivery. So just bear that in mind. I'm hoping, because we've had them maybe like 2-3 weeks now, I'm hoping that maybe I can let them out in free range for the first time. And hopefully I will be able to get them back in when I need to. So that'll be exciting. But we've got loads of eggs from them. Like, they started laying, I'd say, about 10 days ago, and every day I go out and there's at least 2, if not 3 eggs. I've got 4 altogether. So 4, not 4. So yeah, it's such a novelty actually going out and getting the eggs. It's really nice. So yeah, I have a hat on because I'm just about to go get my hair cut. Last time I got my hair cut, I wasn't like super happy with it, to be honest. I've always had long hair, and last time I got it cut, like, maybe it was just a misunderstanding or something, but it ended up being quite short, and yeah, I just didn't feel like myself for a couple of weeks. I was like, this is not like, yeah, I'm just used to having long hair, and I like my hair not like super long, but like I like there to be a bit of length in it. So I'm going to get it trimmed in a new place, and then maybe meet up with my sister depending on timings, if that works out, and I might get a coffee and then have a little browse in the town Nace that we're going to. Yeah, I might have a little look at the bookshop. I then come home. I've got pizza dough in the fridge, so I'm going to make myself a pizza. Oh, I also need to stop and get some like ingredients like mozzarella, and then kind of figure out what toppings I want to have. I am on my own because Luke is away with work. He's been away for a week and he's got another week to go. I will say, looking after the house is a lot harder when it's just yourself. It's like, oh, yeah, it's just because even though you would think like it's only one person, so it's only one person's mess, but like you still have to cook, and then it's like you have to clean. And I've been really trying lately to look at my diet as well, and kind of just ever since Italy actually, because we just ate so much like really good quality healthy food there, I just really wanted to kind of continue that at home and like actually just be like, no, like I don't want to eat this, I don't know, this bagel that has like 25 ingredients in it, and most of them sound like they come from a chemistry lab. I just want to eat a bagel that has like wheat, flour, yeast and water in it. Like, it's just better for you. And I definitely do feel better, although this week I have had hay fever. But in general, I've been feeling better, and I feel my energy levels are actually a lot more stable because I've been eating more regular kind of nutritious meals. But that's on the side. I don't know how I got onto that tangent there, but yeah, I feel like I have a lot to update on and talk about. So yeah, I'm gonna get going now because I'm probably running a little bit late to my appointment. I have my coffee in my Yeti cup to take away with me, and yeah, let's go, and hopefully next time I see you I will have nice hair. Hello, I am back from my excursion. I'm actually trying not to lean on the counter because I just wiped it down. I swear I must wipe down the counter, I would say, honestly, about 10 times a day. Like, it just, and I don't know how it just gets so, like, crummy and grubby, and yeah, I don't know. We have black countertops, which is not my favourite. I don't know, would a light colour be better, maybe? I really don't know. But obviously, I don't mind wiping it down, but, like, I just feel like I'm just constantly doing it. But yeah, I'm back. I got my hair cut. I always feel like, even though like they do a nice job, I just always prefer my hair once I've washed it. I don't know what it is. I feel like when they blow dry it, I think maybe they, even when I ask them not to do a poker straight, which this isn't poker straight, there's a bit of bounce in it, but I just feel like it's too flat or something. My natural hair, like when I wash it myself and let it dry a little bit, it's kind of like a bit more not so like smooth it onto my head, which I know some people like, but for me, I just prefer that little bit of extra volume. Anyway, I'm actually quite happy with the haircut itself. Didn't take too much off the length because I am trying to grow it out just that little bit longer, but at the same time, I want to keep it healthy. And I asked for some long layers. So yeah, I'm excited to see what it'll be like when I wash it and style it myself. So that was nice. Got that done this morning. Then met up with my sister for an hour, and we got coffee and just had a catch up. And then I decided to go get myself a sprout, a little satay chicken bowl. I am trying my best to really eat healthy, and I suppose not. Like previously, I might have been eating really well during the week, but then the weekend I would just see as like my chance to kind of blow out, eat all the treats and stuff like that. And like I do still like to have a treat on the weekend, but I want to try and keep the weekend like somewhat similar to during the week, with just maybe one or two treats as opposed to not every single meal being a treat on the weekend. So now I am I've just tidied up. I stopped off at Aldi on the way back and got my few bits that I need to make my pizza dough, or to make my pizza, sorry. I've already got the dough in the fridge, so I need to take that out and let it do its thing kind of out on the counter. Oh, Rua, get down. You're not meant to be on the counter. You're so annoying. You're so annoying. Look how big he is compared to, I remember kind of when we got him when he was a kitten. Oh, will you hate me? Okay, no, you have to go down. Anyway, well, I can't remember what I was saying. I got the toppings for my pizza. I literally just got ham, mozzarella, and I'm going to make that later for dinner. And now I'm kind of a bit not sure exactly what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to get changed into some gardening clothes, and probably maybe I've got some cosmos plants that I've been growing from seed, and I think I maybe want to put them in the barrels that we have in front of the arena, so that might be the job for this afternoon. I do also want to try free range the chickens for the first time, so unfortunately that means I'm going to have to keep Ollie in, which she's probably not going to be thrilled about. But I think I'll just free range them for a little bit and see how we get on, and hopefully I'll be able to get them back into the chicken coop area with some sunflower hearts, because they seem to really enjoy sunflower hearts. Anyway, I've been babbling for ages, so yeah, I'm going to go take my dough out and then get cracking with some outside jobs. Here is the pizza dough, so I'm just going to leave that out for I think 3 to 4 hours. It was in the fridge overnight, and yeah, then I'll show making some pizzas later. Hopefully it's okay. My last few pizza doughs have been a little bit on the stickier side, so I'm hoping that this one will be a little bit better, but we shall see. Hey chickens! Hello! Chickadees! Great success. This is 3 egg day. Woohoo. Brilliant. So we have the first chicken free ranging. I'll just give you a little overview of their coop. So we just have this kind of wire thing. Excuse the state of all of here, like we're in the middle of like tidying all this up. So this one is Betty, that's Bianca, the white one. Stripy one is Belinda, and that is Bonnie over there. Bonnie is a bluebell. And yeah, they're such good little chickadees. I know, they're getting cranky. Hang on, I need to give them some sunflower hearts. Come on, girlies. Yummy. Oh God almighty. Ow, why so aggressive? Sometimes she realizes I'm touching her and then she's like, oh, no, excuse me. This is their little house. So they sleep in here. It's an automatic door, which goes down at about 10 p.m. every night, and then they're locked in. I think it's so cool that they just will go to bed by themselves. They started only laying in the last 10 days, and oh my god, oh, what's happening? Fight. And then the nest boxes are on either side, the side bits, so that's where they lay their eggs. Brilliant. Okay, so the door is open, so this is their first go at free ranging. Okay, I have just put the chickens away, so I think that was a success. One of them was quite nervous about coming out, but the rest all came out, had a little scratch around. Ollie was unfortunately barking quite a lot because he wanted to come out, but I was just too nervous. So I couldn't really keep him out for too long because he was just getting very upset that he was inside. So I got them back in using the sunflower hearts, just scattered it and they all ran back inside, and that was easy. So definitely will do that again. I'm absolutely petrified of a fox showing up from somewhere and getting them. So I was just watching them quite closely while they were out. But I put them away, let Ollie out, so Ollie he's sniffing around now where they were. And I've decided to make myself a coffee. I know I was going to do some gardening, and I still will, but I'm going to have a coffee first and sit outside and read my book, because it's not like roasting, but it's not raining. There's blue in the sky, which is like 10 times better than how it was earlier in the week. Like, it was just absolutely miserable. Like, we had one really good week of really good weather. I think it was the same in the UK, and then it just changed and went horrible. So wet, windy, cold, just miserable. So today is the first day in about a week and a half where it's kind of okay. So I'm sitting outside and I'm going to read some of my book. I'm reading a book called The Names at the moment. I want to actually have a little quick chat about books. So yeah, I'm reading The Names by Florence Knapp. 41% through it. It's okay. I don't know if I'm loving it, but it's a cool concept. Basically, she is she has to name her child she's had with her quite abusive husband, and basically the book kind of goes through like 3 different names and how the son and their lives would have turned out if she had named them either of the 3 names. So it's definitely like interesting. I haven't read a book with that kind of concept before. Here, chickens are making noise. But yeah, I just don't know. Maybe it's probably purely me. I just don't know if it was necessarily what I was in the mood for. But still, like, I am enjoying it. Um, Before that, I read The Safekeep by Yale van der Woden, and I actually really enjoyed that. Yeah, really, really good. Would really recommend. Um, I think I gave it like a 4 out of 5. Just a really, because it kind of had like historical fiction, love story, um, generational trauma kind of thing going on, sort of set just after World War II. And yeah, really in, I think, the Netherlands. Really, really good. Yesteryear, everyone is talking about it. Yeah, I did actually. I won't try and come up with some real sort of, you know, different type of review to what everyone else has said. Like, it is gripping. It's definitely one of those books that you want to just keep reading. But like, I don't know, like, I don't want to, I'm not going to put any spoilers in here, but I just sort of felt towards the end it kind of lost its way a little bit for me. I still really, really enjoyed it, and it was definitely gripping. Like, I couldn't, like, I wanted to keep reading all the time with it. Um, so yeah, like, I'd say it's good. It's a good summer read, actually. Like, if you're kind of on a beach lounger somewhere sunbathing, it's definitely a good one. One that I really enjoyed actually was Strangers by Belle Burden. And I think possibly why I enjoyed it so much is because I am kind of a nosy person. I know no one likes to admit it, but I think a lot of us are nosy people. So it's like the story of a divorce, a kind of messy, sort of tricky divorce, and emotions that come with a divorce. And basically, it's kind of, they're quite a well-off couple that are living in New York, and they have like a holiday home out on one of the islands there. Like, they have a vineyard, and like half the book is set in the vineyard. And yeah, it's just quite a like bizarre divorce, in the sense that he just up and left with no explanation, and then it kind of gets messy around the financials and stuff. And I think it kind of brought up a lot of themes about like inequality and what it's like to be a woman who has to kind of maybe step back from her career to take care of kids, and then how that affects you later in life, or if, God forbid, your marriage was to break down, or, you know. So it's just, it was really interesting. I actually read it in like a day while I was in Italy, and I really, really enjoyed it. Another one I enjoyed was Unraveling Oliver. um I This was by Liz Nugent, and the reason I read it was because I read one of her other books, Strange Sally Diamond, which I absolutely loved. Like, it was really, really good thriller. I was reading it and I was like, how do people, like, how do authors like just put these complicated plots together, and like, just really, really gripping. I would say I probably didn't love Unraveling Oliver as much. I just didn't find the story as kind of gripping, I suppose. But Strange Sally Diamond would definitely recommend. Um, and Skin Deep is another one of hers I read that I would really, really recommend. So yeah, I actually did have a good start to the year with books. And one more I'm going to mention is The Correspondent by Virginia Evans. Loved. Um, that, and it's very, very different kind of book. Like, it's written through correspondence, from the point of view of this kind of older lady, and at first she does not seem very likable, but the more you kind of read and you get to know her story, and that she lost a child, and like all this kind of thing, all these kind of things, you kind of begin to really warm to her, and then you actually kind of find by the end that you really, really, yeah, it's really kind of wholesome, and you really have a strong connection with this character. So that's another one I would recommend. But yeah, I actually had a really good start to the year in terms of books, and I definitely want to continue it and to continue to prioritize reading, because I do think it's so good for you, and it's so easy to sit on your phone and just kind of doom scroll through reels. And you know, like, there's no harm in that every so often. Like, it's dopamine hit, it's really short form content, you consume it really quickly, but it's probably just not great for your brain if that's all you're doing. And I definitely find that when I do a lot of that, I start to not be able to sleep well, and my concentration goes, and I start to get even more addicted, and I just want to spend more and more time doing that. So I definitely think it's good for the attention span to take a step back sometimes and just prioritize consuming slower forms of content. So with that being said, I'm going to continue reading the names and sit here and enjoy my coffee. Ollie has come to join me. Good boy, Ollie. Good boy. You good boy? Oh, thank you for licking my hand. Okay, so next job is I want to put these cosmos, which I grew kind of in a propagator thing, and I'm hoping they're big enough now and sturdy enough to plant out. I'm going to put them in the barrels that are along here, and hopefully they will grow. I've got some Erigeron in at the moment, and I just like how like wild these look. I know people probably think they're a bit basic or whatever, but I just really like how wild it looks. So yeah, I'm gonna pop maybe 2 cosmos, maybe 3 in each barrel. I've got more. Probably these are probably the most sturdy ones. I've got the thickest stems for some reason. The other ones that I grew don't have that thick stems, so I don't know why. And yeah, I'm gonna do that this afternoon and see how we go. Basil Boo has come to supervise, haven't you, Basil Boo? Hello, Basil. You're a pony. Oh, you're so handsome. Okay, I am just about to make my pizza. Yeah, I don't know. The dough is looking a little bit wet again, which is like my problem lately with pizza dough. But hopefully it'll be okay. To be honest, I'm not really too fussed if it's not perfect. It's just me eating this pizza, so yeah, like as long as it's somewhat edible, I will be okay. I have pizza sauce that I made a while ago that I had in the freezer, so I just have that defrosting now. I probably should have taken it out a little bit earlier because it still feels a little bit frozen. So now I am going to, yeah, I've got my little bowl of toppings. So I got red onion, ham, mozzarella. I like sweet corn. I'm a bit weird. Usually I would do mushrooms as well, so I'd like have ham, mushroom, sweet corn. I really like that combo, but I'm just not bothered frying mushrooms. And then I just got some extra grated cheese to kind of go on top because I kind of feel like that kind of tucks it all the toppings in. So I usually start out by, let me see if you can see. I usually just line this semolina. Now it is a little bit messy, this whole process, because this is a tin that has like holes in it, so that air can get to the pizza base. And then I am going to wet my hands so this pizza dough doesn't stick, although I have a feeling it will want to stick. I'm just kind of shaping it into a ball. Yeah, it's definitely wetter. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with my pizza dough lately, but I did make a few really good ones, and then the last couple have just been really wet, and I don't know why. So I'm going to just press this out. Some nice air bubbles in there. So I usually just like use the tips of my fingers, press it out. And then I flip it over and continue pressing it out. The semolina actually just makes it like really kind of crunchy. And although actually this probably isn't too bad. So I try and like press it out as much as possible, and then I pick it up and I just kind of like, I do see better ways of doing these, but like I just kind of like try and like stretch it out as much as possible, and you can kind of use gravity. Yeah, this is probably not the best technique, but I try and like stretch, and you can kind of feel where it's like thinner in some parts and thicker in others, so like you can give the thick parts a bit more of a stretch, and then obviously be careful with the thinner parts. Hopefully this doesn't tear now. It's kind of fun. It's like playing with Play-Doh. Yeah, I can see like the dough was quite thin there. I don't really care about getting it like a perfect circle or anything, because this is rustic. I'm just kind of using the circle shape of this to push it out as much as I can. It will kind of like retract, but that's okay. It'll especially do that if it's cold, so you kind of need it to be room temperature. This has been out for a couple of hours. Now I have my oven heating till like really, really hot, so definitely want like your oven as hot as it can kind of go. So for me that's like 230. Ideally, like you would cook pizzas hotter than that. That's why there's like wood-fired pizzas and stuff like that, because you want to get them really hot, so that's how they get crispy. But and we do have a pizza stone, but Luke isn't here and I'm afraid of using the barbecue by myself, so this is what we are doing. Go ahead. I always find with pizza that you make yourself, it actually is so much lighter than pizza that, like frozen pizza that you buy. It just, yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe just the bread is just more kind of natural ingredients, or it just doesn't have a lot of added extras. Okay, so I'm trying to stretch it as much as possible. Okay, now I'm just going to wash my hands and start doing the toppings. So here is my frozen pizza sauce that I had made from another time, because usually you just make it using a tin of tomatoes. So you tend to have a lot left over because you don't necessarily use that much per pizza. So it's good to freeze it. Then saves you having to do it the second time. So you don't like overload it because otherwise it will get soggy and break. Also, I don't really like super tomatoey pizza. I obviously like the flavor of tomato, but not like, I like to have the cheese and the other toppings do the talking. So it's maybe like 3 or 4 tablespoons. And then you just like spread it out. Okay, now I'm going to take my mozzarella and just start putting that on. Then I'm going to put some red onion, not too much obviously because red onion is quite a strong flavour. And I'm just going to go in with some ham. This might be a weird combination for some people. I don't know what people's favourite toppings are. You can do whatever you want, like olives or goat's cheese, or I know I used to love like having andouille and hot honey, but I'm trying to be like slightly more health conscious, as I said, lately. Pepperoni, whatever you want. And then I'm just going to, oh yeah, sweet corn. And then I just kind of put on as much cheese as my heart desires. But I kind of find it's nice for like kind of keeping all the toppings in place. Oh, my oven's heated up. Excellent timing. Okay, so now she's going to go into the oven. I'll just show you a quick before. Here she is. So she's going to go in the oven now for about 10 to 13 minutes. And we'll see what she comes out like. This is her. So actually quite happy with the crust on this one. Actually quite happy with the shape as well, even though it was looking a bit ropey, and there's a nice like little bit of a rise on the crust, which is nice. Yeah, so I'm happy enough with this. Gonna tuck in now, have myself a little cheeky white claw. And then I think I'm just gonna have a chill evening, but I'll chat to you before I finish up the vlog for today.